Hey everyone, Voices here. 11.7 has just arrived and it will be the last patch before set 5 arrives on PB, and I will be just guiding you on every playable top 4, top 1 comp that you should be playing for this patch. Let's do it. So first off, we'll start with Samira Slayer. Yeah, still the best comp in the game and by a far margin. If you get Samira 2 with those items and you have Slayer online and upgraded frontline, unless somebody is high rolling Orion Sword 3, a Kayle 3, or something like that, you are just winning the game. That there's not much to say about it. Also notice that I don't even have a Chosen in here, so you can play with it. If you have a Chosen Vanguard, great, you don't need the Sejuani. If you have a Chosen Slayer, great, you don't need the Trinamir. You can just play with it. It's super flexible. It's Slayer, one sharpshooter, and frontline. That's basically the idea. If you get this online, it's GG. 7 mages, so this is again super strong. That didn't change. It's a little higher of a comp just because you need Orient Soul and those items specifically, and this comp is even stronger if you can get Mage Swain. Mage Swain is absolutely nuts, and on top of the Annie you should have strong enough frontline that the Orient Soul can just sneeze on everyone and kill everything. Second best comp, a little bit higher, less than the Samira, of course, but if you do get the Chosen Mage, can go for any 3. If you have a Mage Spite, perfect, put it on a Shivana first, then the Swain. And yeah, that's basically the comp, really strong. And oh boy, Talon is back. It is my favorite comp and I'm so happy that he got buffed twice in a row and he's definitely viable now. I will just make sure to include the complete guide of this comp right here on top at this moment of the video with Zuenia Challenger player that got to it 80% of the time playing Talon. So yeah. Morello, Morgana, NGA, IE, or Core for this comp. It's either Last Whisper, Giant Slayer for the Talon depending on the lobby, and I just prefer having tanky items on the Morgana just because she will heal anyway, and the Morello is more than enough damage, so I would just have her survive longer. The 2 best legendaries that you can play are by far Lee Sin because you have Divine and Yone for Adept if you do get Adept Chosen. Again here I didn't put any single Chosen, but if you want a guide on that, it's included in the guide video. Kayle stay here. This is just, there's so many variations of it. This is just one of them. There's another one where you can just go Adept frontline plus Divine. Something like Jax and Divine Chosen, for example, with the Kayle. That's also really strong. The idea is the 3 or 4 Executioner if you have Chosen, Yumi and Chen for Mystic, and everything else is frontline or utility. You can put Azir, you can put Yone if you have Adept Chosen, it doesn't matter. Still a really strong comp. Those are just the best item. Remember, RC is not a must. If you don't have it, you can put the Kayle here and she will still do a lot of damage. Okay, all she needs is attack speed, so Rage Blade is great. Static Shift is okay if you don't have anything better. If you can stack Zikis on a Kidrid, fantastic, go for it. Keepers. This comp has been on the horizon a little bit for a while now, since this patch, even after the nerfs, and it's still super strong. And yes, this is the actual positioning. Do not put it in the middle. Trust me, it's so much better to put it on the side because can anyway ult more units. Complete guide for this composition is coming on my on this channel pretty soon. But know that GA and the Morello for the cannon are just the only 2 items you need. If you have Hand of Justice, great, put it on Xayah. The rest can be whatever. I've seen Titan's Xayah doing fantastic. You can even play instead of random order at 9, you can put an Executioner, something like Kayle or Kindred to have more damage on the Xayah. This is a great top 4 composition, and if you do get Cannon 3 and really good Xayah items, you can definitely top 1. Depending also on items as well. If you get Randuin's, oh, super strong. Talking about top 4 composition, this is probably the best one. Not much to say here. You just play everything that has brawlers in it. You have a brawler chosen. You just keep it the entire game. You 3-star the Shyvana, the Nunu if possible, and you have set at level 8. The only thing about this comp is that you really need actual set items to do well. If you do not, you can actually bot for, and that's, you know, a big misconception of this comp. You can top 1 with this if you have a high enough damage on the set and you found set too early and Shyvana 3 with perfect items. But yeah, go to level 8, 3-star Shyvana, first. No. If you can, go for set items after completing 1 Renance. Just second, it's just if you want, just because you don't need AD. You get the AD from the brawlers, so all you need is attack speed. I even see some RFC, Rage Blade, Hand of Justice, QSS, GA, everything on her is honestly fine. As long as you have 1 Renance, you're good to go. Fabled, Vanguard Mystic Nico carry. So this comp is back. It got buffed by a lot, 150 for each bounce to be exact. And yeah, it's doing really well. It's just doing really well. This is just one version of the comp where you have Mystic chosen. Of course, if you have Fabled chosen and Vanguard chosen, it can definitely work. If you do have Vanguard chosen and the Vanguard spot, I would recommend dropping from 4 Mystics to 2 Mystics and go for 6 Vanguard instead. Unless you're in a lobby full of mages, of course, but that's probably not the case. Yeah, really strong comp. I really like the G and Gunblade. Having the healing on Nico is actually, I think, essential. It's core. So GA Gunblade +1, Drew Gauntlet, Rabadon, anything that does damage basically would be great. Having the Morello and Sejuani is also awesome, but not a must. Yeah, really good top 4 composition. You go for Nico 3, Nautilus 3 on level 7. And yeah, that's pretty much the idea of the comp. And to the surprise of maybe some players, I actually believe that Duelists are back. They've been doing well already at the end of last patch, and it's been doing well even now. All you need really is some damage items on the yasuo and QSS and some Kalista items, right? So of course you can go for the RSC Rage Blade and whatever else. But you need some bow items on the Kalista because the Yasuo won't be able to carry alone in a late game. So if you have, you can go on level 8, maybe 3-star the Kalista if you can, that's fantastic. At the same time find the Yone so you can get some lifesteal and you're good to go. This is my personal favorite items on Yasuo. The only must is honestly QSS. I just really like the Last Whisper, and with the IE if you have Last Whisper, but you can definitely go Deathblade Renance, GA, Deathblade, GAIE, you know, really flexible. This is just my personal favorite. But if you do get a lot of Yasuos in the early game, just roll for it at level 5, 3-star it, and play as much Duelist as you find, and yeah, you have a great chance at top 4ing. And that is it for this patch, guys. There's not much more to say. Those are just the best comps that you can play for the next 2 weeks. Let me know if you do have any questions down in the comments or on my Discord, and I will see you guys next time.